doors are open. Alright, the doors are open, tribe. Come in. Sign in, say hello. You're stopping by, so we'll see who shows up tonight. Abel's here. What's up, Big Daddy? Man, long time no see. Hey, I had lunch with Christina today. We were talking about you and a whole bunch of other people. That's so funny you checked in. I pulled out of there and I was heading home and I thought, man, I gotta get a hold of Abel. We were like 4 years almost overdue for Moriscos, and then you show up tonight. That's awesome. We need to do that. So good to see you here. I hope you're doing well. Rocking the massage world, I'm sure. I see some of your videos occasionally where you're doing music, which is awesome. So sometimes I just catch them like after you're finished and stuff, so that looks pretty cool. Then the most for the Wheat Coast, must mean the West Coast. Doing the most for the West Coast. Oh, got it. That's awesome. I like that. Indeed. Welcome to Fiesta Friday. I went live a little early, so we'll give it a few more minutes and get some folks logged in here. Doing the most for the West Coast. That's awesome. Hope the family's doing well. Everybody's staying healthy and all of that stuff. Oh, and there's Amy. Hi there, sweet soul. Good to see you logged in. Always lifts my spirits when I see you have time to check in. Good to have you here. Oh, here we go. Here's some more logins. Much love, Bruce. I'm still kicking private practice. Overbooked. Yeah, I had that issue, and then I started getting injured just back before the shutdown. It took 2 months for my Achilles to heal during the shutdown because I was doing 6 and 7 days a week and overworking. And I ran into John Sanders last week, our lead instructor, and so I told him that story, that I pretty much violated all of the rules that I took great notes on from him. But that's just kind of how you grow. So I got a lot of clients, but then I had to start honoring myself and self-care. Then he asked me if my lead therapist, Kelsey, and I were doing trades, and I immediately went, hey, how about that sun season? They're looking good this year. So he goes, you're not even looking at me. You won't even give me eye contact. And I was like, I know, dude. It's like, I'm the quintessential therapist. I've learned I'm not alone. Doesn't make it right. But I rarely get any body work, but it's necessary. So I'm pretty much due for a session. So hope you're taking care of yourself as well, man. Good for you, rocking that practice. That's what Christine and I were talking about today. And she has a friend too that was in the night class. They were ahead of us, and she went to masters. So she works with Christina now, and I've met her a couple of times. So they're doing well. They're doing well. You're in private practice. You're doing well. I'm doing good that way. Pulled back a little, get my body a chance to heal. So it's picking up. I started pulling back in November, and I've just kind of kept it going. So, but it's picking back up. I'm starting to get referrals and more stuff without reaching out to anybody. So I'm just keeping it at our moderate level. So we're doing well that way. So welcome to Fiesta Friday, my friends. My tribe, as always, no matter how large or small, it's an esteemed group of tribes folks. So, small group tonight, just to start off, and that's good. I'm happy with that. So, let's get some music going, get my pipes warmed up. A little of my friends Steve Poltz and Jewel. I hear the clock is 6 a.m. It feels so far from where I've been. I've got my eggs, I've got my pancakes too. I've got my maple syrup, everything but you. I break the yolks and make a smiley face, and I kinda like it in my brand new place. I wipe the spots off the mirror, don't leave the keys in the door. I never put wet towels on the floor anymore, 'cause dreams last for so long, and even after you're gone, and I know that you love me, and soon you will see you were meant for me, I was meant for you. Called my mom, but she was out for a walk. Consoled a cup of coffee, but it didn't want to talk. So I picked up the paper, it was more bad news. More hearts being broken, more people being used. But on my coat in the pouring rain, I saw a movie, it just wasn't the same, 'cause it was happy and I was sad, yeah. It only made me miss you oh so bad, 'cause dreams last for so long, even after you're gone. And I know that you love me, and soon you will see. You were meant for me, and I was meant for you. Yeah, I go about my business and I'm doing fine. Besides, what would you say if I had you on the line? Same old story now, much to say. My hearts are broken every day. Hey. Brush my teeth or put the cat back on. I know you hate it when I leave the light on. I pick a book up and turn the sheets down, yeah. I take a good long look around. Put on my PJs and hop into bed. I'm half alive, but I feel mostly dead. I try and tell myself it'll be alright. I shouldn't think any more tonight, 'cause dreams last for so long, and even after you're gone. And I know you love me, and soon I know you will see. You were meant for me, and I was meant for you. Yeah, you were meant for me, and I was meant for you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right, a little Steve Poltz, my friend Steve Poltz and Jewel, kicking off this Fiesta Friday. Welcome, my tribes folk. Sip 'em if you got 'em. So good to see you here. Big Daddy, thank you. That was nice of you. Nothing but the best for you too. Hey, all right. So here's the deal. Come on, man. Let's meet. We're 4 years overdue. Coming up. Actually, this month. Actually, it just happened. We all finished our professional program about a week. No. March 6th was my last clinic day. So we finished like on March 3rd or 4th. So it's been 4 years, dude. We're overdue for Moriscos. So you name the spot and I will be there. Look at your calendar. Send me a message. PM me. Let's do this. Let's meet and see if we can grab some of the others from our class. That would come down and do that. I'll get a hold of Christina since we just met for lunch today. So let's do it. 2 weeks. In the next 2 weeks, or 3 at the most. Look at your calendar and let's figure it out and we'll meet. I want to see you, dude. I miss you, dude. So there we go. So I'm just tossing it out there. Thanks, you the realist. That was awesome. Oh, thanks, Amy. And Jean's here. She's already polished off her Zinfandel. We'll hope there's more where that came from. And aloha to you. You had a request the other day. And I didn't have my guitar tuned for it, but I do today. So I'm going to get to that in just a bit. So, which I appreciate. And let me check my tuning here. So Gene, you had a request. I'll get at that in a minute. Amy, if you've got something you want to hear, type it in. Let's do that. Anything on my set list, I'd be delighted to play. Let me warm up a little bit more. Little Bob Schneider from Austin, Texas. Did I say Tex? That's shorthand for Texas. Oh, there's Johnny. He's so sweet. He's booger sugar and devil's meat. Hard as boardwalk bubble gum and smooth as 151. But hey, it's alright. I don't mind and I won't fight. Hey, it's alright. 'Cause baby, you can come with me tonight. Oh, and there's Larry, he's alright. He's a walking stick of lead dynamite. Always gets it wrong. And his heart's as soft as a chicken bone. But hey, it's alright. I don't mind and I won't fight. Hey, it's alright. Baby, you can come with me tonight. We can lose ourselves, not find our way back home. To the whole world feels just like a Saturday night. Without a care in the world, without a net underneath us. Flown through the air, high as a kite, hey, hey. My, you're as pretty as the big blue sky. Hey, it's alright. 'Cause baby, you can come with me tonight. Oh, and there's Barry's okay. He might even find himself one of these days with his diamonds and cocaine and his honey, I won't ever do that again. Hey, it's alright. I don't mind and I won't fight. Hey, it's alright. 'Cause baby, you can come with me tonight. All right, a little Bob Schneider. Let me get this. Adobe keeps wanting to hijack my screen for an uninstall during my set sometimes. It's crazy. Amy says people are crazy. All right. Haven't practiced that one. So I like living on the edge, so we'll do it. All right, Gene, yours request from, let me see, this is Friday. I was off Wednesday because I had a last minute, I had a 911. That's a client with Help Me who was referred to me, and she was trying to get in that evening, so of course. So the last time I was on was Sunday, and Gene had a request and my guitar was in a crazy tuning, so I made sure I got my other guitar all set up for for that request. Honor that. That'll be next. So we'll take this one. This old man and me were in a bar and we were having us some beers and swapping I don't cares, and talking politics, blonde and red-haired chicks, old dogs. No, hang on. Oh, that's the second verse. No. Old dogs and new tricks. I got it right. Follow your instincts. Never change your answer on a test. Same thing. And habits we ain't kicked. We talked about God's grace and all the hell we raised. And then I heard the old man say, God is great and beer is good and people are crazy. Said I fought 2 wars, been married and divorced. What brings you to Ohio? So damned if I know. We talked an hour or 2 about every girl we knew, what all we put them through, like 2 old boys will do. We pondered life and death. He lit a cigarette. These damn things will kill me, yeah. But God is great, beer is good, and people are crazy. Last call was 2 a.m. I said goodbye to him. I never talked to him again. And then one sunny day, I saw the old man's face, front page obituary. He was a millionaire. He left his fortune to some guy he barely knew. His kids were mad as hell. But me, I'm doing well. So I stopped by today, just say thanks and pray. I know left a 6-pack right there on his grave. And I said, God is great, beer is good, and people are crazy. God is great, beer is good, and people are crazy. God is great, beer is good, and people are crazy. There you go, Amy. Thank you for the thanks for the request. I haven't done that, it seems like, in a while. I'm sure I haven't done it since the last time I played it as a request from you. But I like that little song. I like the music video as well. So all right. Okay, Gina had a request from last Sunday, last time I was on. Faith's here. Oh, you're welcome, Amy. Thank you. Hi, Faith. I saw a post from you earlier with a champagne glass or something at a wine bar in Chandler or something like that. So that was awesome. So sip them if you got them. Thanks for tuning in. You're out having happy hour, I guess. Cool. Oh. Okay, Gene, you had a request, Paul McCartney song, last Sunday, I believe. This is from The Lake House, that movie, The Lake House. And I watched it last night. Sometimes I'll go long periods of time and then I think I've watched that movie twice this week. I love Keanu Reeves. If you've read any of his story, he's a wonderful human. And great casting with both him and Sandra Bullock. And I know they were in a movie called Speed. I think I saw part of it once, and it got great reviews. So they have good chemistry on screen. I love The Lake House. And that whole story. It's not time travel, it's time displacement. It's really a cool concept. Sometimes I lay here and go, okay, I got it all figured out but this part, so how did that line up with that? And my mind will, I'm trying to figure out the math. But it always works out. So anyway, Paul McCartney had this little song on the soundtrack. Gene, you requested it, and I didn't have my guitar tuned up for it. So I tuned down 2 frets or 1 whole step today because Paul's version is a little bit high for my vocals. So here we go. I'm very sure this never happened to me before. I met you and now I'm sure this never happened before. And now I see this is the way it's supposed to be. I met you and now I see this is the way it should be. This is the way it should be for lovers. They shouldn't go it alone. It's not so good when you're on your own. So come to me. Now we can be what we wanna be. I love you and now I see this is the way it should be. This is the way it should be. This is the way it should be for lovers. They shouldn't go it alone. It's not so good when you're on your own. I'm very sure this never happened to me before. I met you and now I'm sure this never happened before. This never happened before. This never happened before. This never happened before. Okay, there you go. By request last week. And as always, I don't like my friends' requests going unfulfilled, so even though I had to wait a little bit. There you go, Gene, that's the one you requested. So I had to make do. I had to make good on that. Faith says we're listening to you. Oh, yay! I'm so glad. You're welcome, Gene. Oh, Amy, if you haven't seen that movie, it takes a couple sittings to get the timeline thing. Excuse me, because they're separated in time by 2 years. So it's brilliantly written, I think. It took a while for my mind to wrap my mind around the math and how everything was happening, because it was really, some of it's flashback, but actually it's happening at the same time. They're just 2 years apart in time. It's a great movie. So that's called The Lake House. So I highly recommend it. That's the song at the, it has a piece in the movie. There's a dance scene, and then it's the outro at the credits. Paul McCartney's version. So that's the one I learned. I love that song. Okay. I guess on the theater, it's been so long I haven't seen it. Oh, it'll be like seeing it all over. Yeah. I bought it off, I think, iTunes or YouTube. So I spent some time this afternoon learning this. So I thought it was appropriate and timely. I haven't played it in a while. But I've never learned it, actually. So I'm going to try to get through this. I wanted to do it with feeling because it has a message. John Lennon's song that's appropriate for today, so I'm going to play it slow so I can remember all the lyrics. Imagine there's no heaven. It isn't hard to do. No hell below us. Oh no, it's easy if you try. Up above, only sky. Imagine all the people living for today. Imagine there's no countries. It isn't hard to do. No one to kill or die for, and no religion too. Imagine all the people living life today. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you will join us, and the world is one. Imagine no possessions. I wonder if you can. Nothing to feel and no hunger. A brotherhood of man. Imagine all the people living in the world. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will be as one. I had to put a little Beatles 6th or 9th chord on the end of that. Even though that was a John Lennon, what am I doing? A John Lennon single release. So I still have a couple of the lyrics. I had it down pat, but the first time you play without lyrics, sometimes you just stumble. So anyway, I like that song. It came to me yesterday. Again, I should learn that. And so I took some time today. And it's an appropriate song for these times. And for the people across the planet, and thinking of the people in Ukraine. I had a client last week that was born in Russia. She has family in Russia. She immigrated here 30 years ago, loves the United States, has friends in Ukraine. A lot of insight on what's going on, and very concerned there. Lovely heart, lovely person. Like Bruce Lee said, we're all one race, man. That's what I loved, his famous quote. It's like we might have different ethnicities and languages and skin tones and stuff like that, but we're all one race, the human race. So I like to think of that. So without getting into all of that, good will prevail and peace on this planet. So That song by John Lennon was 50 years ago and still is poignant today. So thanks, Amy. Oh, Kelsey's here. Yes, Kelsey loves that movie too. It's a great movie. Oh, thank you, Amy. Yeah, it was an emotional song. I'm gonna have to keep practicing on that, so that's part of my. I'm gonna keep that in my staple of songs. All right, so I kind of opened it up. If you have something that is in my set list that I can remember, I did practice a little today, but not a lot of time for that. So I kind of wing it and go by memory. So which so far is holding pretty good. So all things considered. So thanks my tribe for being here. My classmate Big Daddy. Abel was here. Gene checked in. Got to play that. Kelsey, that song from the Lake House, Gene requested it Sunday, so I just played that. So that'll be on replay. I had to retune my guitar. And Amy had a request for People Are Crazy. So I did that. If you got something else, I'm opening it up. Toss them out there. I don't like my friends' requests going, oh, Kel's got to hear it. Oh, good. I don't like my friends' requests going unfulfilled. Abel, Big Daddy. So I played this for our class. And I made at least one instructor tear up, and he claimed it was just allergies and dust in the air. I don't know if you remember that. I only got to play for our class one time. I got to play for a lot of the night classes that I TA'd for. I would bring my guitar in occasionally, trying to share my music. So I played this for our class, you might remember. This is a Steve Holt song. I love everything about you, and I love the way you comb your hair, and I love the way you sashay in the room. Your perfume lingers in the air. I love everything about you. Whoa, about you. And I love the way you lick your lips, dear. You've got fireworks in your head. I love the way you bring me water. When I'm thirsty in your bed. I love everything about you. Whoa, about you. You were surely kissed by angels. Just look at the freckles on your face. You've got a devil in your eyes. You disappear without a trace. I love sneaking up behind you when you're looking in the mirror. way your eyes lock into mine, dear. Without guilt and without fear, and I love everything about you. Whoa, about you. I love everything about you. Whoa, about you. All right, more of my friend Steve Poltz for this Fiesta Friday. Any new check-ins or comments? No, I think I'm all caught up. Well, thanks for all those hearts and thumbs up. There's a lot of those going on. I don't know if somebody's keyboard gets stuck. That's what I always say. Oh yeah, it's just one person or two. But there's probably a lot of people that aren't logged in here that are watching in the rafters, I think, which I appreciate. So, and thanks for those brave souls that log in here and interact with each other and myself, and which I love, and give me song requests. Oh. Gene said, oh, one of your faves. Good, I'm glad. Yay. By request before it was requested. So my muse while I was playing said, play this one, so I will. By the elder and wiser Bruce, Mr. Springsteen. We said we'd walk together, darling, come what may. That come the twilight, should we lose our way. But if as we're walking, a hand should slip free, and I'll wait for you. Should I fall behind, wait for me. We swore we'd travel, darling, side by side. We'd help each other stay in stride. But each lover's steps fall so differently, and I'll wait for you. Should I fall behind, wait for me. How everyone dreams of a love lasting and true, but you and I know what this world can do. So let's make our steps clear, that the other may see, and I'll wait for you. Should I fall behind, wait for me. Now there's a beautiful river in the valley ahead, that 'neath the oaks by soon we will be wed. other beneath the shadows of the evening tree. But I'll wait for you. Should I fall behind, wait for me. Yeah, I'll wait for you. Should I fall behind, wait for me. Darling, I'll wait for you. Should I fall behind, wait for me. Yeah, I'll wait for you. Should I fall behind, wait for me. Oh, woo! A good song is always going to be a good song. Man. So I love that one. I forgot how good that is. Ellie's here. Great song. Oh, she came in on that. Yay. Thanks, Amy. I do like that. So I was playing that one. Oh, Sip 'em if you got 'em. Welcome to a Fiesta Friday. So I was playing that one. My muse said, so here's your next one. So I've told this story a number of times, so I won't tell the whole thing again. So, yeah, back in 2012, so I had that fantastic car crash where only by the grace of God and Mercedes Engineering am I still here. The side airbag saved my life. So that was in South Carolina, and I was in my rental convalescing. My whole calf was slit on both sides. I had staples, all that kind of stuff. Screws in my knee because I had a broken knee. So I was trying to do some researching on the internet, healing frequencies, music healing frequencies, which I knew nothing about. I was just trying to find anything. I'd never suffered that kind of trauma. And so I pulled up my iTunes library, and I had downloaded the soundtrack to that movie Country Strong with Gwyneth Paltrow. And so I was listening to some of the songs again, and this one came up. And Springsteen, as it happens, nice segue, talks about songs they take on great different meaning over time. And so I'd heard this song before. This time I internalized it, and it could be any of our song. So, but I sat there in tears and went, when I'm healed and play again, I'm going to learn that song. And so I did. And so I do this on occasion. So I want to do it. When the stars line up, you catch a good break, and people think you're lucky, but you know it's grace. And it can happen so fast, a little bit late, and timing is everything. You know, I've had close calls, could have been me. I was young when I learned just how fragile life can be. I lost friends of mine, guess it wasn't my time, and timing is everything. And I could have been a child that God took home, I would have been one more unfinished song. When it seems a rhyme is hard to find, that's when one comes along just in time. Well, I remember that day when our eyes first met. Ran into the building, took it out of the rain, 'cause you was soaking wet. as I held the door. You wanted to know my name. Timing is everything. And I could have been another minute late. You never would have crossed my path that day. And when it seems true love is hard to find, that's when love comes along just in time. You can call it fate, destiny. Sometimes it really seems like it's a mystery, 'cause you can be hurt by love or healed by the same. And timing is everything. And it can happen so fast or a little bit late. Timing is everything. Indeed. Oh, I love that song. Oh, thanks, Kells. Yeah, that's a great song. And as it turns out in my research, Garrett Hedlund is the actor that starred in that movie opposite Gwyneth Paltrow. And guess where he grew up? Right here in the Valley. And went to high school. And he, in preparation for that, he went to Nashville and met all of these people who were unknown. He said playing in bars everywhere that were just so talented, but for whatever reason they just really never made it. And that's how he learned to play guitar, and he sang all his own vocals and played on that album. So I love that song. Yeah, that's a break. Thank you, Amy. Yeah, it was a beautiful song. Love the story behind that. As I often say, not 'cause I'm lazy, but I'm already capoed here in the 5th fret. So let's do a Steve Poltz song via Australia that he wrote some years ago. So this is called 10 Chances. I only had 1 minute left on my calling card. I was halfway around the world and it was raining really hard. And I only had a couple of aspirin and a half a can of beer. So swallowed it down for courage, but it was still pretty hard to hear. 'Cause I only had 3 words that I wanted to tell you. It would be easier if you were here and I could smell you. Words are falling, I don't know. They drift, they pass, they melt like snow. I know I may be a flake, I scrape my knees and make mistakes. I may lose, but mostly win. Sometimes I get soaked in sin, but I fall right back into your arms again. So I ordered 4 cans of Tooheys and I set them on the trunk. Had a long conversation with a hopeless drunk. 'Cause I only had 5 tickets and 6 new friends. So one of them had a hissy fit and drove off in her Mercedes-Benz. Words are falling, I don't know. They drift, they pass, they melt like snow. I know I may be a flake, I'll scrape my knees and make mistakes. I may lose, but mostly win. Sometimes I'll get drenched in sin, but I fall right back into your arms again. So we played 7 cards stud, and I had a royal flush. I took out your picture and started to blush. 'Cause I only had 8 lives, most cats got 9. So I skipped out on the bungee jumping just this time, just this time. So I only had 10 chances to say I love you. Words are falling, I don't know. They drift, they pass, they melt like snow. I know I may be a flake, I scrape my knees and make mistakes. I may lose, but mostly win. Sometimes I get soaked in sin, but I fall right back into your arms again. Yeah, I'll collapse into your loving arms again. Yeah, I fall right back in to your arms again. Woo! Oh, I'm feeling some Steve Poltz tonight. Oh man, talk about a brilliant singer-songwriter and guitar player extraordinaire. No, we are right at the end. I almost stopped in the middle of the song and tried to grab that this low E and couldn't quite get it in tune, but I kept going. Okay. All right. Thanks so much for tuning in, my tribe. So good to see you on this Fiesta Friday. On any night that you tune in, just blesses me, and I'm honored to play for you. Amy says, love it. Most cats got 9. I know sometimes I throw in a meow after that. I didn't tonight. Thanks, Gene. Okay. Amy's here, so I'm going to end on the lullaby that I wrote for her some years ago. When you go to sleep at night, remember to let your soul take flight. But if you drift away too far, I'll ride a moonbeam to where you are. The stars are calling, and I am falling. As you lay your head to sleep, counting heartbeats instead of sheep, just breathe my name and call me there, and I'll sprinkle stardust in your hair. The moon is calling, and I am falling. If I could lay you down to sleep, praying the Lord your soul to keep, the night is calling, and I have fallen. So sleep you well, my turtle dove, you'll forever be my one true love. There you go. That got me a little misty. Sorry. As a performer, you're supposed to control your emotions. Sing with emotion, but control them. Sometimes that's not possible. Oh, sorry, my monitor. It's set for 60 minutes, so I don't think about it. Sometimes it just goes off. So anyway, whew. Thanks, Jean. Oh, good night, Ellie. Thanks for checking in. Amy says just what I needed after a long work day. Oh, good. Well, you're welcome. Thank you. Imagine your own song getting you a little misty. That doesn't usually happen, but I love that little song. So thanks for checking in, Amy, and inspiring me to sign off with that. So I do love that little lullaby. So it has special meaning. As do all of you. Thank you for checking in for this Fiesta Friday. As always, no matter how large or small, this is such an esteemed group of tribes people and tribes members that check in. I'm so honored to be able to play for you. Thanks for being such a loyal group and checking in when you can. I know there's a lot of things competing for your attention across several time zones and all that kind of stuff. So when I see people check in here, it means a lot to me. So I'm gonna have to work on that Imagine song by John Lennon. That needs to be played a lot. And so that was my first time performing it ever without lyrics. So I stumbled on a couple of them, but I got through most of it. I got the guitar stuff down good, so I'm glad of that. It was written on piano, so you can't not play that melody. You can't just strum the chords to that. So I had to work on figuring all that melody out. But anyway, I like that one. It's got a good message for these trying times. And so, as Ellie inspired in our shiatsu class when she was my instructor, and then my friend Kelsey printed this on a shirt, so that's where I got this. So namaste. The divinity in me recognizes and honors the divinity in you. Thank you for being part of my tribe, my friends. Thank you for checking in here, for keeping yourselves healthy, keeping those immune systems bolstered up. And this is Friday. I will be back for Soulful Sunday for sure at 5 p.m. Mountain Standard. I keep thinking somebody's keyboard's stuck. All those hearts, there's like 20 of them, but then I'm thinking, that's not a keyboard. Somebody has to actually be clicking on those emojis. So thank you for all of those. That's nice. And thank you for that, Amy. You're welcome. Yeah. What are you going to do? Anyway, thanks so much for checking in. Have a great rest of your Friday. Ushering in your weekend, I do hope. So I hope that's pans out well. You have a wonderful weekend. If you can, join us right back here. Same bat time, same bat channel on Sunday, which is 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. And I'll be back for Soulful Sunday. Gene says, nope, not stuck. Thank you for that. All right, gang, have a great rest of your Friday. Have an awesome weekend, and I will look for you back here on Sunday.